Chapter 07. The Clinic. Upon entering the professor's clinic, Topaz quickly made her way across the spacious waiting room toward the restroom door. She returned shortly and spoke in a casual tone. Using the restroom was quite refreshing. She continued, "Every time the motorbike went over a small bump or some gravel, I thought I might end up having an accident." For Azer, discussing bodily functions like urination and diarrhea wasn't particularly appealing. He redirected the conversation saying, "It looks like the secretary has wrapped up for the day and left. I wonder if the professor is still around." Topaz, engrossed in admiring the intricate carvings on the ancient doors and windows, responded distractedly, "Yes, perhaps." The waiting room had classic high-back chairs for the patients, an antique wooden desk in one corner, and a computer on it that was turned off. Neatly arranged stacks of papers and rows of binders adorned the bookcase behind the desk. Noticing the orderliness, Azer remarked, "Ordnung muss sein." Not catching the meaning, Topaz requested, "Can you translate that to English?" Azer explained, "It's a German phrase that implies Germans have a strong inclination for order." Topaz noticed a framed exotic text hanging on the wall and commented, "That same strange text hangs on the kitchen wall in La Casa in Benalmádena. I think it's Tibetan." Azer recognized his own calligraphic writing and recalled that Jose had once asked permission to share a copy with an old friend. Mumbling, he read the text aloud. With a teasing tone, Topaz looked at him and said, "Don't tell me you can read Tibetan too." Before Azer could clarify that the text was from a Persian poem, a door opened and an elderly man in a white coat entered. Surprisingly, he greeted in Spanish, "Good evening and welcome." Addressing Azer, he continued in German, "You must be Azer. We've been corresponding." The professor was scarcely recognizable compared to the man Azer had seen just a few weeks earlier on TV, where he was present as the scientific expert in a roundtable discussion titled, "The Bleak Future of Homo Sapiens." He had lost a significant amount of weight and appeared frail. Still, Azer extended his hand and said in German, "Hello, Professor. It's a pleasure to meet you in person." Shaking Azer's hand, the professor turned to Topaz with a strained smile. "I see you're accompanied by your fiancée." Azer clarified, "This is Topaz. She's from Australia. We're just friends." He added, "She's currently staying in Spain to learn the language." The professor greeted Topaz in Spanish, "It's a pleasure to meet you, miss." Topaz responded in Spanish, "The pleasure is mine, Professor." Switching back to English, the professor noted, "As you can see, my secretary has finished for the day and left. I live in an apartment next door and I leave once I'm done with my paperwork." He gestured politely and said, "Ladies first. Let's head into my office." As Topaz headed for the door, she turned to the professor and asked, "What does the text on the wall say, Professor?" The professor gave the text a once-over and replied, "Well, as far as I can tell, it's some Persian poem. It's all about us being waves, like ocean waves. If we relax, we die." He said, "Look, it's a picture. Got it a few years back in the mail from our mutual friend Jose. He wrote on the back, 'This is how the universe works, from sounds and light to string theory.' And guess what? In my specialty, neurology, it is more than true. When brain waves, e.g. muscle waves, EMG, and heart waves, ECG, go flat, we die." He paused, then added, "I show this to my patients. I explain how the central nervous system, the brain and spinal cord, is enclosed in bone, limited in space, but offers unlimited potential for storing reflexes and memories. It's like the stars, fixed in place, yet their light travels endlessly through the universe. I often say this to my dementia patients, use it or lose it. Meaning, keep your brain active or it will simply fade away." Although Topaz didn't fully grasp it, she nodded, continued walking, and smiled. She thought about snapping a photo and sharing it with her friends on social media, but decided against it. It felt too profound for a caption.